Talk to the hand. You're blocked. That was weird. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about what to do if your ex-boyfriend blocks you. I'll see you on the other side. There's no doubt about it that it really sucks when an ex-boyfriend blocks you. I imagine there's no greater feeling of depression for a woman who wants her ex-boyfriend back so bad, but she has no way of contacting him. So what I'm going to do for you today, or what this entire video is going to do for you, is I'm going to teach you what to do if your ex-boyfriend has blocked you, and potentially how you can get him to unblock you. But first, before we get into any of the details, we need to discuss the two types of blocking that your ex-boyfriend can do to you. First up, we have the partial block. A lot of women make this a lot more complicated than it has to be. The partial block is really simple. It's basically when your ex-boyfriend blocks you in one way, but you can still contact him in another way. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I blocked you on Facebook, but you could still text me with your phone, call me with your phone, email me, or use an application like WhatsApp or something like that. Well, if this were all to occur, you would be considered to be in the partial block. Now, let's get to the holy grail of badness. Holy grail of badness? What the heck? Oh, come on, don't tell me you've never heard of the holy grail of badness. Yeah, Chris, that's a cup. Whatever. Look, the holy grail of badness is basically what I like to call the full-out block. It's as bad as it can get. It's where you have no way of contacting your ex-boyfriend. You can't contact him through Facebook, through text messages, through just phone calls. You're blocked everywhere imaginable. It's a bad place to be. And that's why from this point on, we're going to be operating under an assumption. The assumption? You're in the midst of the holy grail of badness. Dude, enough with the cup. Alright, fine. I won't do the cup anymore. Anyways, here's what I'm trying to get at. We're going to be operating under an assumption. And the assumption is that you're in a full-out block. So basically, from this point on in the video, I'm going to be teaching you how to get out of the worst case scenario, a full-out block. Now, I find a lot of women wonder why. Why would my ex-boyfriend block me of all the people in the world? Well, let me tell you. Anger. I'm so mad. You're annoying him. It hurts him too much to look at your picture. I can't see this anymore. Out of spite. This is gonna hurt her. I'm definitely doing this. And finally, the simple fact that he just maybe wants to get over you. I'm through. This is done. Now, ignoring that last one, what can you do if you're in a full-out block, but your ex-boyfriend you think still has feelings for you? Glad you asked. There are 3 basic strategies that you can employ to get your ex-boyfriend to unblock you. But before we get into that, I feel I should give you a bit of a disclaimer here. If you're blocked, there's no way around it. It's a bad situation to be in. In fact, I would say it definitely lowers your chances of success. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have success. You just need to change your mindset a bit. Try not to look at this entire process as, oh, if he doesn't contact me or if I don't get him to unblock me, I've lost everything and the world is ending. Whoa, you're not serious. The world's really not ending, right? No, you idiot. Look, the world's not ending if your ex-boyfriend doesn't contact you. And the world's not ending if you don't get him back. A lot of women fail at this entire process of trying to get an ex-boyfriend back because they enter it with the mindset that they have something to lose. I don't understand this mindset because if you went through a breakup, you've kind of already lost everything. So what I like to tell women is enter this with the mindset that you have nothing to lose. The odds are in your favor if you have that mindset because it's sort of like armor. It's not going to hurt you if things don't go your way, and if they do go your way, well, hey, great risks come with great rewards sometimes. But enough talk. Let's get right down to it. Here are my 3 strategies for getting an ex-boyfriend to unblock you. Please don't tell me that fooled you. Did you check your audio on your phone or your computer? Well, anyways, that little skit was supposed to signify the no contact rule. Now you may be wondering, what does the no contact rule have to do with getting your ex to unblock you? Well, I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen a lot of situations, particularly those where a man has blocked a woman. For any of the reasons I said before. Here's what I've found to be the case. Oftentimes, if the woman does nothing, yes, doing nothing, he'll unblock her. So that's why I recommend, hey, do the no contact rule. Right now, the situation's out of your control. Your ex-boyfriend pretty much has all the power. He can choose to unblock you, or choose to block you, or again, if he unblocked you, or choose to continue blocking you. So, rather than fret and try to scramble right off the bat, I think you should do the no contact rule. Really work on yourself during the no contact rule. Try to get your mind off of him. Have an active no contact rule. You cannot be serious. That's your advice? Do nothing? Chill. Chill. That's not the only advice. Alright. Social media. Just gonna post something up right now. It's true. In one of my other videos, I cited a study about social media in which a graduate studies candidate, interviewed something like 200 people and determined that 88% of them, after a breakup, checked their ex's Facebook profile. So that got me thinking, well, if there's pretty much a 90% chance that your ex-boyfriend's going to come strolling around your Facebook profile, why not use it to our advantage? Now I know what you're thinking. Hey dummy, we're blocked everywhere. How is he gonna see our Facebook profile? We know there's this funny thing called friends, and friends often have Facebook profiles, and friends often want to help out their other friends, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that he can go up to his friend Austin, let's say, and say, hey Austin, I'm kind of curious to see what Cassie, I hope your name is Cassie, I want to see what Cassie's up to. Oh, sure, man. Just come on my Facebook profile. We can see I'm friends with her. It happens. So why not take advantage of that opportunity? Why not post something on Facebook that will catch his eye, that will make him want to talk to you? Now, as for what to post, that's completely up to you. I recommend going by my site, Ex-Boyfriend Recovery, for ideas. I do in-depth explanations of what you can do on Facebook to catch his eye and get him to text you. But without a doubt, the method that I'm about to teach you next is probably my most successful method when it comes to getting a man to unblock you. Hey Chris, I got some good news and I got some bad news. What's the good news? You're awesome. I totally know. Alright, what's the bad news? You're also totally conceited. The good news, bad news, best friend strategy. It's kind of a mouthful to say, but here's the premise of it. You're going to be telling your ex-boyfriend's best friend something shocking. Something so shocking that he'll have no choice but to tell his friend, your ex-boyfriend, what you told him. Ideally, if you make this shocking enough, your ex-boyfriend will unblock you to talk to you about it. Let me give you an example. We're going to do a little bit of role play here, and the role playing is going to be you. Basically, we're going to pretend that you are in the midst of text messaging your ex-boyfriend's best friend in the hopes that you will deliver something so shocking to him that he's going to message your ex, and your ex will unblock you to talk to you about it. Now, you may be wondering, what kind of news should I deliver? Should the news be bad or good? Well, either one can work. But I tend to think always leaving a good feeling will always trump leaving a bad feeling. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you tell your ex-boyfriend's best friend that you got a limb chopped off or something. That's pretty shocking bad news. Okay? Now let's also pretend that you ran into Brad Pitt something that's shocking. Everyone wants to hear that. You ran into Brad Pitt and you have a picture. Anyways, you ran into Brad Pitt, you have a picture, and you send this picture to your ex-boyfriend's best friend. That's pretty shocking. He will most likely tell your ex-boyfriend about it, and hopefully, if the news is shocking enough or interesting enough, your ex will unblock you to talk to you about it. That's the premise. Now, what should this text message look like? Well, I'm glad you asked. You know, I like to think of text messaging kind of like a game of poker. You never really want to tip your opponent off on the kind of hand you have. You want to bluff. Well, text messaging an ex-boyfriend or an ex-boyfriend's best friend in this case is a little like playing poker. You never really want to let your ex-boyfriend's best friend know what your true motive is. You want everything to sound as natural as possible. So how do you do that? Well, take a look at this text message. This is the ideal type of text message that you want to send your ex-boyfriend's friend. It's very natural looking. Nothing really seems forced. It's just sort of like, hey, look who I ran into. Brad Pitt. Here's a picture. Again, that's one handsome devil. So one last thing that I want to leave you with before this video ends. The only way that the good news, bad news method works is if the news you deliver is so shocking that it forces your ex-boyfriend to unblock you. That's the only way it works. Now, does it have a 100% success rate? Absolutely not. Nothing does. But it's going to yield you more success than if you sat on your butt and did nothing. Think about that. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I really had a fun time filming it. Unfortunately, my wife couldn't be in it today due to obligations. So I was stuck doing all the skits, and I want to leave you with this message. If you want to learn more about getting your ex-boyfriend back, please visit my website, www.exboyfriendrecovery.com. If you want your question answered, I'm making an active effort to answer every single question that you have in the comments section of YouTube. Please, please, please ask me questions. I would love to answer them, and also please subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.